The stations are built, the rails are laid, and the towns are connected. Now it's time to bring everything together by taking passengers from the northern tip of the map right the way down to Stroud. Everything we've been working on this month comes down to this. And because I like to keep things far from simple, I'm about to completely overhaul my passenger trains to match this massively upgraded network. 3 new express routes join the existing fast service, along with 3 all-new slow services complementing a multitude of amended and extended routes. This is by far the biggest change made to passenger operations, so I should probably get on with it really. Hey everyone, it's M4J here, and welcome back to From Steam to Electricity here on Transport Fever 2. As I said in the intro there, this is it. A month's work culminating in what will hopefully be a very successful series of rail operations. I'm holding my breath, I'm crossing my fingers, I am praying that this will work. Before we get started, I am just going to quickly pop over to Stroud here. One thing I want to do actually, this tunnel, I want to replace it with a just normal track here and then a bridge going over the top. I think that would look more realistic. What I'm actually here for is to check the depot here and see what new vehicles we've got. Yes, we've got EMUs. Do we dare bring in some electric traction? Maybe not on this line, but out on the other line out of Cockerhead, we could indeed do that. We have, you're freight locos, aren't you? Yeah, heavy freight use. Okay, that's an option for something in a second. We've got Stars, we've got Panniers, we've got Prairies, we've got Moguls now as well, which are also freight engines, are they not? Oh, passengers and freight, so we could use that too. What's your speed limit? 60. That's quite slow. Yeah, that's quite slow. The Stars go 80. I think there's one. You go 60. Is it the... Oh no, I guess 80 is our limit now then. These ones here go 75 though, so I definitely want to include these at some point. That would be awesome. Sorry, I'm distracting myself. That's not a good start, is it? We are going to introduce an absolute ton of passenger services today. I actually had to make notes on my phone of all the service plans because there are so many. So I think we're going to just get started on them, and I will talk about each one of them kind of as we're doing it, and then at the end do like a summation as well as to what we've done. So I'm just heading all the way over here to Cockerhead because that is where we will be starting today. Now we've already got these 3 services here. These will all pretty much be changing. So as I said, exciting times ahead. We're going to start here at Cockerhead. We're going to go down to... We're going to skip Scarborough. And we're going to skip Stowmarket. Because our first stop here is Towcester. So we're going to come all the way down like this. And we're going to stop at Towcester. There we go. Then we're going to skip all of these stations here. And our next stop is going to be Paignton. Then from Paignton, we're going to skip all of these stops. And our final stop is going to be down here at Stroud. From Stroud, we are then going to skip all the way back up to Paignton. It's taking a while to calculate these paths, isn't it? And then up to Towcester. This is our currently Premier Express service. This is the one that's going to set the network on fire, shall we say. We're going to start up here at Cockerhead. That's not the right Cockerhead. This is the right Cockerhead. We're going to organise our platforms. So you are going to come in on platform 3. We are, however, going to have 2 as a backup. Then we're going to head down to Towcester. Over here. Good question here is, I think we're going to use this platform here and this one here. So I think these are the ones... Yeah, they don't seem long enough for the trains. So yeah, I guess we're going to use these 2. So you are platform 14 on the way down. And then on the way back, platform 16. Now, do we do we want to use... I think we could use the other two as well. So you'll be 13 and 15, I guess, as backups. But I'm hoping they're not used, because I don't think, as I said, the train will actually... I think the train might be too long. But I've said that before, and that's not been the case. So, yeah. It is what it is. Just checking you are using the correct tracks here. It appears you are. We could add waypoints to this in the future if absolutely necessary. Right now, though, I think we are okay. At Paignton here, then, we are going to use these inner platforms, of course. I'm just checking that I've actually got... Yeah. No, I believe I do. Just checking I had the right platforms set up there. The right stopping point, sorry, on my my notes here, but I believe I do. You're going to be platform 11, and I'm going to guess you are platform... Oh, you're 12, actually. I thought you'd been platform 9 or something, but no, you're 12. Yeah. And then on the way back at Paignton, this one here is platform 9. That's fine. And then platform 10 as your backup. Actually, would it make more sense to do 10 and 9? I think it would. So you kind of do this shape. Yeah. I kind of prefer that, I think. Nice. And then at Stroud, I mean, you can basically take your pick. That's absolutely fine. I'm leaving the game running whilst I'm doing this because I want to build up funds. Because right now we are a little short on the old cash money. And we are going to need quite a bit of cash money for what I've got planned in this episode. So you are Pax. Cockerhead to Stroud. You are just the first of many. We have so many that we need to do today. So with that in mind, we're going to get straight on with the second one, which also, funny enough, starts all the way up here at Cockerhead. You skip Scarborough, but you do stop at Stowmarket. We'll make sure you're on the right platform in a second. You then come down to Towcester. And then skip Blackburn, skip Gateshead, and you actually terminate at Paignton. So we need to find a platform that you can terminate on. That is correct, isn't it? Cockerhead to Paignton, calling it Stowmarket and Towcester. Yes. So at Paignton, you terminate, you then run back via Towcester. If it works, there we go. And via Stowmarket. Not to be confused with Stowmarket Town, of course, which is the other station. This one. We're not doing that. Don't know what's going on there. Right. What are we doing? That's Scarborough. That's the wrong station. Actually, while I'm here, though, I am just going to check that it is running through correctly. And yes, it does appear to be. Now, these express platforms, it does seem a shame to lose them right now, because they are perfectly good, adequate platforms. But, yeah, Cockerhead is the main station, as designated by my good self here. So, I don't want to mess around with this too much either. I'm talking absolute gibberish. Get on with it, Mark. Stop being an idiot. Right. 4 and 3 there. Down to Stowmarket. I think you are on the right platform, but I'm just going to... Actually, you're not. No, you need to be on platform 3. And on this one, you need to be on platform... Actually, 2. Yeah, that is correct. Good. Down to Towcester. And I guess you're then going to do the opposite of whatever this first one's doing. That makes sense. So you're going to come in on 13. Once the autosave's done its thing. Again, I had the game running for a little bit because I was doing the opening animation and stuff like that. The autosave, I need to find a way, because I need autosave in case the game crashes, which has happened not too long ago, if you remember. But at the same time, I don't want it to constantly be coming up and getting in the way, because that is a burden. Right, that seems correct. And then at Paignton, I guess we're just going to use these 2 platforms here. I think, yeah, you can get access to these, can't you? You should be able to. So we'll come in on 10. That's fine, and we'll have. We could go 12 actually as the alternate. So then you're not running wrong line through too much of the station. I think that works. That works too. So you are Pax. Cockerhead to Paignton. Good. And now we're actually starting over here for the next one, so we don't have to go too far. We are starting at Paignton, and this is the Paignton to Stroud Express. Calling at Northallerton, which is all the way over here. And then to Stroud, and then back to Northallerton. That was the wrong one. There we go. So, at Paignton, all the way up here, you're going to use these 2 platforms. So, that is platform 11. And we're going to have platform 9. There we are. And then Northallerton, I'm hoping, although it doesn't appear to have, sorted itself out. No. You're right on the way down, but on the way back you need to be platform 2. There you go. And then it's Stroud. Here you go. You're going to come in on 8 with 7. Well, actually, the more I think about it, maybe you could be 10 and 9. It just keeps these separate entirely. Yeah. So this is the Paignton to Stroud, calling it Northallerton. This is all good. We can set this up with its name. Pax. Paignton to Stroud. Okay, just check I've named these other ones right, actually. So it was Cockerhead to Paignton, Cockerhead to Stroud. Yeah, and then Paignton to Stroud. Yes. Okay. That's all the expresses. We've already got the one from Cockerhead to Abingdon up and running. That calls at Haltwhistle, Wisbech and Woodstock. That's all good. To a point, we're done with the fast stuff. We get 2 express services coming to Stroud, 2 out of Cockerhead. I think there's 2 through Towcester, 2 through Paignton. So we've got a pretty good mix there. And we've also got the one through Haltwhistle as well, and down to Wisbech and all of that good stuff. Excuse me. Now we have the locals. Now this is where things get a little more complicated, because we have quite a lot of overlap going on here. For a start, the Cockerhead to Towcester that we've got here, I think, is getting extended. Oh no, we do have a Cockerhead to Towcester. So we have 3 heading west out of Cockerhead. I'm sorry, I keep looking at my notes. I should put these on screen for you guys as well, but I don't. I keep forgetting. So the Cockerhead to Towcester we've already got here. This can remain. This is absolutely fine. The frequency is a little too high, actually, so I might remove... Actually, no, I'm not going to yet. No, because we can reuse that train. Don't be an idiot, Mark. Let's start with Cockerhead to Paignton, because that is one of the important ones here. Cockerhead to Paignton, calling at Scarborough. Stowmarket. So we actually skip Stowmarket Town, because the next stop is Uckfield. And I think I'm going to try and be clever here with routing, which will be cool. Then Towcester, Blackburn, Gateshead, and then Paignton. Now obviously here at Paignton, I already know you're coming in up and over this. And then coming into one of these platforms on the left here. So we should have trains long enough for this. And then on the way back, Gateshead, Blackburn, Towcester, Uckfield, whoops, and Stowmarket and Scarborough. Okie dokie. So at Cockerhead, you are going to use one of these platforms over here, I guess. We could use these ones too. These are accessible. It's just the crossovers and stuff can cause quite a bit of slowdown. So I think we'll have you primarily using platform 2, which you already are, which is brilliant. And maybe we'll have 1 here as your backup. That's fine. At Scarborough, I guess you can use these longer platforms either side here, which will make arriving and departing a little bit slower, but it's not the end of the world. So that's platform 10. And then on the way back, you want the other side of that, which is platform 4. There you go. And then down through Stowmarket. The temptation here is to actually use the inner tracks, but I think because we have 2 other expresses coming through here, so I think we will use the outer tracks. I think that just makes more sense, doesn't it? So at Stowmarket, on the way down, platform 4, that's fine. On the way back, Stowmarket, isn't it? Platform 1. Which does mean we're then going to use the outer tracks here as well. So it's going to run fast through here. Which I guess is also fine. We may reroute some stuff around here if need be. We shall see. Uckfield. I think you're already set up correctly here. Let's just check. Platform 1. Yep. And then on this one, platform 3. I guess we... Actually, no, you can use 2. We can have the other train, the one that's already up and running, use 3. That'll make my life a little bit easier. Just scooch up here to Towcester. Because, yeah, this side here, I want to make sure... Actually, you're on the wrong track as well. Huh. We'll do some rejigging with that in a second. But at Towcester here, you are using the outer platforms. So, I guess on this one you can use this platform here first, which is platform 12. Like so. And then you can have platform 11 as your secondary. And then on this side, on the way back, Towcester, you can have platform 18. And then what's this one? I'm going to guess 17, yeah. I was going to guess 19, so I got that wrong. Platform 17. Excellent. Good stuff. And then Blackburn and Gateshead, you should already be... although I'm going to check here with Blackburn, because it looks like you're on the wrong track. Yeah, you should be on platform 3. That's going to be an issue with Gateshead. We'll sort that out in just a second. You're all set up and good. So Gateshead here, you should be on this one on the way back. Down on the way back, it should be also platform 3. There we go. So the express can just shoot straight through the middle. And then obviously at Paignton here, I guess we could use one of this pair. So like 2 with 1. Yeah. And then for the existing line, let's colour this. So you are Pax Cockerhead. Whoops. There should be a capital C there, Mark. Come on, man. Cockerhead to Paignton. Excellent. And then if I just select this quickly, we've got the Paignton to Middlewich. Towcester to Paignton. Do we still have Towcester to Paignton on here? I don't think we do anymore. I'm just looking. Towcester. Yeah, I don't think we do anymore. So actually this line's going to get changed in a second anyway. But just for now, because I like to remind myself as to what's going on. At Paignton here, you're going to be 4 and 3. There we go. I need to like mark these off as I'm doing them. Cockerhead to Paignton. Yeah, that one's done. Right, hang on. I need to find a way to get rid of these, or at least put like tick boxes or something. There's a way of doing it. Where is it? Tick boxes. There it is. Okay. So, Express. We've done all of those. So, Cockerhead to Paignton. Done. Now we've got Cockerhead to Blackburn, which is actually an extension of the existing Cockerhead to Towcester service. So if I grab you, Cockerhead to Towcester, pin you for a second, manage line. So at Towcester, just checking your stopping points, Scarborough, Stowmarket Town, Uckfield and Towcester. So at Uckfield, first thing I'm going to do here on the way back, number 8, is make sure you're using platform 3. There we go. And then at Towcester here, you are being extended. So actually this is going to require a little bit of a rebuild over here at Blackburn, because right now these are cargo platforms. We are going to change that and convert at least 2 of them into passenger platforms. So the way we're going to do that is we'll remove all of the... Actually, no, that's dumb. Let me put that back in, because we do still want some of this to be used for cargo. So I think what I'm going to do is take out this one. And hope to God this works. So we're going to do that. We're then going to place that there. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to place this one here. We're then going to go tracks and this one, and we're going to place these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so if I've done this correctly now, and it's not often that's the case, but let's pretend I have, this should now work beautifully. Just put a footbridge in as well, like so. This should now work beautifully as 2 terminus platforms, or at least it will once I've connected this little bit up here as well. Just to complete this, I am going to remove that track and that track. And the goal here is to try draw this straight across like so. You weren't supposed to be electrified. Electrify that. What am I doing? This. Draw you out a little bit to say here, and then bring you in. I think there, like so. This signal here, I'm then going to remove, and if I've got this right, you should now be able to access both of these platforms without an issue. Which it appears to be the case, which is good stuff. Right, assets, gantry. I think there's a gantry. Is it one of these ones? I want an old style one, which I don't think... Is it lattice gantry? No. I wanted one of these. Sorry, I'm trying to talk and build at the same time. We always know how that goes, don't we? That's not what I want. I want this. There we go. bring this in as close as I can get. I think there. Possibly. Just see if this works. If I now put the signal in. Oh, there. It does fit. Yeah. Alrighty. That's that signal as well. Technically, this is now redundant. I suppose it still has the signals coming in. So yeah, okay, we do still need it. I've completely forgotten what I was saying. I'm so sorry. I'm an absolute moron sometimes. I really am. Stuff to do with signalling and all that stuff. Yeah. This was always the plan, was to convert some of this over to passenger use and terminate some trains down here. But we do still have... This will still need rejigging slightly. The cargo platform would replace the track here, and then the track would replace the cargo platform. And then we've still got 2 cargo platforms over here. Right now we've still got the one. We've got a little parking siding here as well. I'm also debating in my head if it's worth electrifying some of these routes. Some part of me is saying yes, some part of me is saying no. We'll see. But right now, Cockerhead to Towcester. We'll select this. I did all this bit up to here, didn't I? And I was just starting to do the Towcester section when I realised I needed to rejig all of this. So, Towcester, you're coming in on platform 11. We're going to remove 7 and 9. You are no longer using those. Your secondary is platform 12. And then after Towcester, I'm just going to remove this. You continue down to Blackburn. And at Blackburn, you are using platform 4. You can have 5 as a backup. And there you go. And then from here, just check you are using the right line, actually. That's good to see. Back up to Towcester, where you now use, apparently completely the wrong platform, 17 and 18. And then back to Uckfield, where you use platform 3. Some of the routing here is atrocious. I am going to make sure, maybe that's what this waypoint was. After Towcester, you use that signal there as your waypoint. And actually, after Uckfield, coming into Towcester, you use that signal there. Okie dokie. So that one's fine. Just grabbing the ones we can see here. Which one is it? After Cockerhead, before Towcester. That's the wrong signal, Mark. That is the wrong signal. Oh, there's a signal there. There's signals here. Wait, these are these signals. What's the problem here? Hang on. There's a signal on this track here. Where is it? Is it that one? Did I put these on the wrong... I think I put these on the wrong lines. I think that's the problem. There we go. And I think you were supposed to go there. Maybe that was the issue. Yeah, both express lines have now ticked across. So I'm going to remove that. So Cockerhead, yep, you're fine. You're all fine. Everything's fine. The other one that is a problem, one of these, is a freight train that goes through you. After Stowmarket, you need to use this track. In fact, no, you don't use that track. You need to use this track. Which one? What are you? Oh, you're off. Oh, sorry. I'm getting very confused now. Before Towcester. Yeah, you use that one. There we go. There shouldn't be any freight trains on this set of lines. Let's put it that way. You appear to be on the right track going back. Yeah, looks to be the case. Okay, let's just close that for a second. It's a bit noisy, isn't it, with all the colours on the screen and stuff. Right, back over here, there are a couple of other lines. What's the other green one? This one. What's going on here? Where are you coming from? You're coming from all the way over here. Bear with me, folks. It's one of these. It's one of these lines. I don't know which one. Let's just pin you for a second. So it's not going to be that one. It's not going to be that one. Or 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 that one. Which line is it? I don't know. There seems to be a freight line that's not quite set up correctly, though, which is a bit irritating. You. What line are you? Yeah, you've been redirected now, so you're fine. Ay. Right. Passenger. This one. After Towcester, on your way back to Uckfield, you use this signal as a waypoint. There you go. Now if I check this again, there is still one here that is on the wrong side of things. Is it this one? It probably is this one, you know. Let's add that. Yeah, it was that one. Okie dokie. Cool. I can't even remember what I was doing now. I've extended the line down to Blackburn. I think that train is now all set up and ready to go. You were the Cockerhead to Towcester one, weren't you? Your frequency is now 9 minutes, which is closer to what we want. It's already using the new platforms, which is great. Hopefully at Blackburn it's also using the correct platforms. Looks like it could well be, actually. So we're going to rename you. You are no longer Cockerhead to Towcester. You are Cockerhead to Blackburn. Now I can tick that one off. Then we do still have a Cockerhead to Towcester. So maybe I should have left that one be. But, oh well, I've done it now. This station's going to get so busy soon. Mental. Lots of passengers moving around. Let's set up again. Right. Cockerhead. You then do stop at Scarborough, as do the others. And then from Scarborough, you go to Stowmarket. Stowmarket Town. Uckfield. And Towcester. Almost tempted to get rid of this service, but I'm going to keep it in for now because we can always change it after. Remove it after, put the trains away, whatever it might be. Stowmarket Town, Stowmarket, and Scarborough. Yeah, I already feel like I've gone wrong somewhere here, but I don't know where. You want to go back on platform 1 with 2. At Scarborough. Still need to buy trains for this as well. This might end up being a slightly extended episode. Just so that we've got time to do everything. I guess, where's the actual station building? There's one over there. Oh, maybe, hang on. I've got a plan, actually. Take out Cockerhead. We'll just have this be a Scarborough to Towcester train. And then we can carry on using this bay platform. This set of bay platforms. And that clears up some capacity at Cockerhead. There we go. There's a plan. Right. Stowmarket, platform 4. Stowmarket Town, platform 1. That all seems... excuse me. That all seems correct. And then Uckfield, also platform 1. That seems correct as well. Yep. And then over at Towcester... yeah, I think here I'm actually going to make another small change. So I'm just going to change my notes here so that I don't get confused. So you're not going to be terminating at Towcester anymore. You are actually going to Middleton. That, I think, is a good idea. Bear with me 1 second. Oh, that's the wrong name. Towcester. There we go. Towcester. To you and I. So, Scarborough to Middleton. So, at Towcester, you now continue onto this loop here, around this way like so, and you go to Middleton. And then coming back, you go via Towcester again. So now here at this Towcester, you come in off the main line like so, and yeah, you call at this platform here, which is platform 4. Middleton, you can use whichever platform you want, and then on the way back here, you're not going to use platform 4, you are going to use, I guess 6 is fine. And then this one, we can even have this other one here as a backup, which is what, platform 5. Which I suppose this one can also use 5 as a secondary. That's okay, isn't it? Yeah, I'd say that's okay. The only problem with this, actually, on the way back, I need you to swap around. So you're platform 5, aren't you? So I need you to use 5 with 6. The reason being is so that these trains can actually run parallel. And then maybe instead of you using this one, you could also use this one. This here. So you don't use 5, you use 6, which does cause problems. Is it because this secondary terminal isn't connected? Yeah, there's no crossover. Can I fix that? I'm actually surprised that this never got built. Maybe it was built and then removed. There. There we go. Fixed it. Cool. So you are line 1. Yeah. Yep, you are line 1. Okay. So now we've got this weird setup here, but I believe it works. Good. Manage the line. So coming into Towcester, obviously you use that waypoint. Coming out of Towcester, not that one, this one. It is a crossover and it might hold up other trains, but we're going to use that waypoint. Uckfield. This is actually the one where you need to use platform 3. Let me just find the one I've already done that with. This one. At Uckfield, here on the way back, you're going to use 2 as well. I'm just going to shift the slow train out of the way of the faster trains. It might not even be an issue, but yeah. Stowmarket Town, platform 2. That seems fine. This one should be the platform. Yes, there's 1. I guess that's correct. Yeah. Alrighty. So you're ready to go. So you are Pax. Scarborough to Middleton. There we are. I like this sort of fluidity that we're able to move things around and stuff like that. That's cool. Next up, we're going from Towcester down to Stroud. Now, if I recall, we can't use those bay platforms, so it has to be these two, which are already not being used. Did I not have an express that went Towcester? I know it was Paignton, wasn't it? Of course it was. Maybe that one should have started at Towcester. Maybe that one was supposed to start at Towcester. I kind of want to make that one start at Towcester as well. Bear with me, folks. Bear with me. I thought I did this quite late at night in my defense, so I can see why I've missed some things. I'm just going to put another Paignton in here for a second. Actually, before I do that, Towcester, then Paignton, like so. Get rid of this Paignton, and then here we have another Paignton. Come on, game. There we go. Right, up here then at the marvel that is Towcester. Towcester interchange. You are going to use platform 10. And we are going to have platform 8 as your secondary. And then down at Paignton, you're still going to do the inverse to what this current one does. So that one comes in on 10, I think it is. So you're going to come in on 12 with, and I'm going to guess that it's 10, but it might actually be 11. Did I get it right? Where's the number? Further down. I got it very wrong. It's 11. There we go. And then on the way back, oh, there's a question. I don't even know anymore. I guess we'll use this one as the primary. So you're 9 already, which is good. And then we'll have 10 as the secondary. And hope this stuff doesn't get in the way. So you are now Towcester. To Stroud. Just going to change that in my notes as well. So when I'm testing all this, I'm not wondering why there's a train on the wrong track. Okay, Towcester to Stroud. Back up here then. So now we've got to do the local Towcester to Stroud. That's what this was all about. I think this is all fine. Everything appears to be okay. How's the finance? It's 59 million. We are still going to need a lot more than that when we come to do all of this. Right, you start here. And I'm going to do this platform allocation now, just so that I'm not faffing around with it later. So you're going to be 8 and 10. Basically using the same ones as the express. Cool. Did I just see a red line there? Why is that? Oh, it's because you come across. Have I already got a... Hang on. Have I already got a Towcester local? I don't know. I'm confusing myself now. I've not done my notes in a very clear way, obviously. As I said, it was late at night when I was doing all this, so whatever. Towcester to Stroud, calling at Blackburn, Gateshead, Paignton, and then for the first time, Kirby Moorside, Woking, Tewkesbury, Northallerton, Tamworth, and Stroud. And then at this end, just to set it up now, you are going to use, we're already in 5, but I'm going to set you to actually 6 as that one, and then 5 like that. And then back you come. Tamworth, Northallerton, Tewkesbury, Woking, Kirby Moorside, Paignton. We'll sort out the platforms at Paignton in a second. Gateshead and Blackburn. Okie dokie. So Towcester is done. Now we're going to come down to Blackburn and just check that you're using the right platforms here. You are not. the right one on the way down, but on the way back you need to use platform 3, which does make Gateshead now wrong, but that's also fine, because if we come down here, Gateshead is now platform 3 as well. There we go. Now down to Paignton, where you are going to use the outer platforms here. So Paignton on the way down, we'll have you in 16. Actually, we'll have you in 14 with 16. And then on the way back, wherever it's gone, we'll have you on 8 with 6. The reason I've done that is for cross-platform interchange, because the express is right there. I think that's a smart thing to do, probably. Right, Kirby Moorside and Woking and all that, it should all be on the right platforms. I don't see why it wouldn't be. Let's just check at Tamworth as well. Yep, good. And then obviously at Stroud, you take the dive under and all that stuff, and it sorts yourself out nicely. So you are Pax, Towcester to Stroud. Okay, you're done. Tick. Next, Paignton to Stroud. The fun continues, folks. And you are basically a carbon copy of what we've just done on this southern bit. Kirby Moorside, Woking, Tewkesbury, Northallerton, Tamworth, and Stroud. I'll sort that out in a second. Tamworth, Northallerton, Tewkesbury, Woking, and Kirby Moorside. Right, start off with Paignton. I think Paignton, we're actually going to use these platforms here. Can we get to them? Actually, we might be forced, just looking at it, to use these platforms over this side. These two. Which I'm okay with. 13 and 15. So I think if we do 13 and 15, and again, it's kind of cross-platform interchange, but it's in the wrong direction. So maybe not the best. Then down to Kirby Moorside, Woking, all that good stuff. And then it's Stroud. Down the bottom here. You're already in the right platform. That's good. So 5 with 6. Okay. That was a lot easier than I thought. So you are Pax, Paignton to Stroud. Tick. Cockerhead to Middlewich. That one is already running. That is the one from... Where's Cockerhead? Up here. Calls at Stafford, Haltwhistle, Knutsford, Hale, Wisbech, and then up the hill to Middlewich. That one is already running, so we can tick that off. Haltwhistle to Abingdon. This is a new one. Kind of ties in with what we were talking about, I think, last episode, with how trains terminate here at Haltwhistle. We are actually going to use this platform here. This may cause trouble in the future, but we'll go with it for now. Knutsford, Hale, Wisbech, Woodstock, and Abingdon. Might as well use the platform set up over here now while we're here. So you're going to come in there. You're going to come in on 4 with 5, and then at Haltwhistle, we might have to sort that one out a bit more methodically. Woodstock, Wisbech. Now, hopefully here. Yeah, so you're on the right platform there, but on the way back, You're going to use platform 2. Which is causing issues here. Hopefully this sorts itself out. Hale. Yeah, you've sorted yourself out. Knutsford. And then up back to Haltwhistle where... Yeah. These platforms here aren't suitable. Otherwise I would terminate here. But we're going to have to use... platform 1. And I guess platform 4 is your secondary. And then just hope that we don't end up with trains queuing. Because that will be less than ideal. Yeah. Pax. Haltwhistle to Abingdon. This is the only one I'm not sure of, this line. Tick. Haltwhistle to Southport, which is the line that is already in existence. Yep, so we can tick that one off, calling at... I've done that wrong. That's why that didn't make sense. It's not Haltwhistle, it's Towcester to Southport. Yeah, so that is going to change. This Haltwhistle to Southport line is going to get replaced. We're going to start again. So we're going to use this bay platform down here at Towcester. We should have a Towcester to Haltwhistle train already. Yep, and of course you used the wrong platform to what I wanted. But actually, if we're keeping... Yeah, do we still have a train using? 1 second. Something to Towcester. We actually don't, do we? Okay. So now, here, you're going to use these bay platforms here at Towcester, which are 1 and 2. Take out 7 and 9. Yep. At Towcester Y, then you are going to use platform 2 on the way up, and then platform 1 on the way down. I think the new Middleton train, I didn't set that up properly, did I? Scarborough to Middleton, I forgot to add Towcester Y. So after Towcester, Towcester Y, and then after Middleton, Towcester Y. Yeah, that threw me. Towcester to Haltwhistle. Okay. So actually you could go this way round still. There was nothing wrong with you doing that. I almost want you to do that, but maybe use this platform. Are you lost now? Yeah, you're lost. So we are going to set that back how it was. 7 with 9. And take out 1 and 2, of course. And then Towcester Y here, you're going to use platform 4. And then on the way back, you're going to use platform 3. And we're just going to pretend that little episode didn't happen. Come on. Sort yourself out, you clown. There you go. Towcester to Haltwhistle. Excuse me. Right. So you're going to do exactly as you're doing now, but when you get to Haltwhistle, first of all, you are going to remain on platform 1. We're going to take out 2 and 3. Actually, we're going to have you come in on platform 2 for this. So I think that will work better. From Haltwhistle, you are then going to go up the line here via Warwick up to Southport. And at Southport, use both platforms. And then you're going to come back via Warwick. There we go. And then, of course, back to Haltwhistle, where you're going to use platform 3. Yeah. So you are now Towcester to Southport. Good. Your frequency is fine. Tick. Towcester to Wisbech. This is the new one. Okay. This is the one. I was like, I'm sure there's another train that terminates at Towcester. And now I know what it is. It's this one. So here, you are going to start at platform 9 with 7 as your backup. You are then going to go to Towcester Y. Rugeley. That's the truck hub mark. Try that again. Rugeley. Nailsworth. And then this time Haltwhistle Y, except you're going to use platform 4. Yeah, now it's starting to make sense again. I think it's one of those ones, as I was doing it, I was like, I hope this makes sense when I'm actually building it, and clearly it didn't. Yeah, into Wisbech, you're going to use the platform that you're on right now, in fact. That's perfect, but we'll also have platform 2 as a secondary, just in case. And then Hale, Knutsford, Haltwhistle, where I'm hoping you'll use the right platform. Platform 5, yep, good stuff. And then Nailsworth and Rugeley. And Towcester Y, of course. Okay. Good stuff. Packs. Towcester to Wisbech. Now this could also be a problem with terminating at Wisbech. Terminating at Haltwhistle, terminating at Wisbech. These stations aren't terminus, or these parts of these stations aren't terminus stations, so it could be a problem. I've also got Haltwhistle to Blackburn, calling it Nailsworth, Rugeley and Towcester, but we already have 2 services using the cross country, so I might actually get rid of that one entirely. Next, Paignton to Middlewich, calling at Loddon and Shepshead. That one is already set up. Towcester to Middleton direct I've got, which is this one that was already in position. Again, we're going to get rid of that one. And then the final one that I had here was Cockerhead to Southport direct, which is this branch line that we've started to build that isn't finished yet. So obviously we can't do that. When it's done though, we'll have a new station up here at Southport, which will suddenly now have 2 railway stations, competing railway companies, it is possible. And therefore we'll have 2 branch lines. So you don't have to go down to Haltwhistle and change, you can just go direct to Cockerhead. Phew. Okay. Should we get some trains running? I think we should get some trains running. So I've still got my list here. Let's do these in order, shall we? Again, I'm still tempted to electrify the line. Maybe what I'll do is from Paignton down, but there is no button to electrify these tracks, is there? I know the ultimate station, if I find one, Towcester's one, and do configure, there is a button somewhere. Is it components? Oh my god, you're so slow. Let me find another one. Rugeley, I think, is... Actually, Towcester Y. There we go. Components. Yeah. You can electrify tracks. Which I wasn't actually aware of the fact you could do them individually. That's interesting if true. Yeah. Okay. There wasn't a components option at Paignton though, was there? So I would have to take the tracks out and put them back. Which I really don't want to do. Either that or can I do it this way? No. Oh, that's so annoying. I wanted to electrify from like Paignton up to down to Stroud maybe, just a test, but that's not going to work, is it? Okay, we're just going to have to go as we are then. So Cockerhead to Stroud. Let's get you up and running first. Let's grab you, and we'll grab you, and we'll pin you for a second, because I think we'll be able to get the accurate frequencies up then. Is there a... Yeah, there's a depot. Scarborough train depot. Buy. Stars. Moguls are too slow, so I think they are going to have to be stars. What happened to... Yeah, these ones. These are also 80. Excuse me. The throat is starting to go. Yeah, you're 80. Maybe we will get stars for this first one, because it's quite a long journey. Excuse me, I'm sorry, guys. The throat's gone. I want to do that, but I think that's too extreme. You can go 89 though. What's your capacity? 48. Yours is 32. There we go. So let's grab a couple of these instead. Oh, you've got like different lengths and all sorts. That's great. I imagine though you're a lot more expensive too. First class corridor, third class corridor. Let's do first class corridor at the engine end like so. Then a third class corridor. And then a third class corridor break. 144. Jesus, that's basically all the money gone already. 3 of these. And we're going to pop you on Cockerhead to Stroud. Unable to find path to stop. Can you not get out on the main line then? If you went this way... You must be able to. Yeah, you can. You're just being difficult. Alright, hang on. Oh, I'll have to sell those again now, aren't I? Maybe at Towcester we'll set these up. And hope it works. So what was it? It was stars. Star, and then it was... first class, third class, and then a third class break. It was 3 of them, and then it was 1, 2, 3. There we go. 22-minute frequency. That's actually quite slow. Look at that magnificent beast, though. Oh. Morning Star. Yeah, Morning Star. I think they're all going to be Morning Star. Yeah, I think there is a way of changing that, though. Somewhere. I just don't know. I'm not clever enough to work that out. Okay, so they're rocking and rolling. I don't think we're going to have any trains yet on that line. Doesn't look like it. Maybe up at this end, though. By the time it comes back, there might be some. Possibly. So now we need to do the Cockerhead to Paignton service. I'm hoping that one can be done from here, but again, I'm thinking maybe not. Maybe not. We need a depot close to Cockerhead. There is one... I was going to say there's one down here at Haltwhistle, but I actually removed it, didn't I? When I was rebuilding all of that. Yes, I did. I guess we could start at Towcester again, and I think it can work its way through from here. Yeah, it ends up on this track. So where are you going? You're going to Paignton first. Okay. So that works with this too, actually. So I think we'll start up here still. Okay. You can be a slightly... Well, I say slower. You're not slower. You're still 80 miles an hour. But you can be a 3700. And we'll also simplify your coaches. So you can have a top light and then a brake rear. Just that. No, it was 2 top lights. And then a brake rear. So actually... you know, we'll keep that. That's fine. So that's 45. God. We haven't got enough money. I can tell you that already. You are Cockerhead to Paignton. I do need to as well Cockerhead to Stroud here. run around, flip engines. And then you... Let's just select the station. Cockerhead to Paignton. You are also run around, flip engines. Okay, Towcester to Stroud. Is that an express? Yeah, Towcester to Stroud. We also need to do. What was the frequency of Cockerhead to Paignton? 12 minutes. Which is kind of okay, but I'm actually going to take one of you and pop you on the Towcester to Stroud Express. And then I'm hoping... where have you gone there? So you're 47 minutes, but if I clone you... I have to add some money. Bear with me, folks. Again, I don't like doing this, but kind of have to for the... Come on. How much do I need for this? 14 million, apparently. Whew. So that takes it down to 24. So another one. 16 minutes. That's about right. I think we're going to have the expresses every 15 minutes. And the locals every 10. So that's Towcester to Stroud done, and Cockerhead to Abingdon is already up and running. So now we need Cockerhead to Paignton. I'm still wondering why I couldn't launch them out of here. What was going on here? As far as I'm aware, that's a two-way signal. That's a two-way signal. And from here, you can cross over again. Ah, there's a crossover missing. That's what's happened. So I need them on this line, which I can't do there because Scarborough... Actually, no. Where am I coming from? Here. So you come across like this, then you cut across, and then you cut across again. It's around here. I need another crossover. So I'm wondering, can I turn that off for a start? Can I fit that there? Construction not possible. That's very frustrating. Can I do it here? Yes, I can. This is really only for trains coming out of the depot, so it doesn't need to be a huge speed. And then from here, I can do that. I just need 10 grand to make this work. Come on, game. Yep, I'm cheating money in again. I'm sorry, folks. So that puts you on the fast line. And again, you can be on the fast line here because at Cockerhead you can cross over to all the other lines and stuff anyway. So that's absolutely fine. What are you doing? You're going to Rugeley. Why are you coming this way? And you are on the right line, I assume. Yes, good. Okay. Alright, so we can launch trains out of here now. Which is fine. Steam. What do we want for this service then? We could go with a small prairie. We've done that previously. I think a small prairie. So what are you? You are Cockerhead to Paignton, aren't you? So that's quite a long journey. So yeah, we can do this. And then we will use this type of carriage. And we will go with third class compartment. Couple of those. And then a brake. Third class brake rear. 208 capacity. That's quite a lot of people. And I'm going to need like 4 of these, I think. Oh my days, that's so much money. Let's take one of these out. £52 million for these trains is an obscene amount of money. But there it is. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can tell you already as well, this isn't even going to be enough money. Cockerhead to Paignton. There we are. Away you go. Got to make sure as well here that you are a run-around train. But we're not going to flip the engines or anything. We're just going to run around as you are. So you're now away. The next one is Cockerhead to Blackburn. This we could go with something a little more What was the speed of the prairies, actually? You're 60 miles an hour. Could go with... Are you passenger? Oh, you're for coal. Got to not confuse this with heritage. Actually, we could have got the moguls. Ah, damn. Could have got the moguls out for the... how fast are the moguls? 60 as well. Ah, right, hang on. Manage vehicle. All of these, you're actually going to go on the Cockerhead to Blackburn line. Which is also going to be... Yeah, run around train. That's fine. Okay. Now we're going to get the moguls. Let's go with... Yeah, that. And here, I guess you're going to be very similar. Just seeing what other options we've got here. Yeah, I think we're going to have to do the same carriages pretty much. Which was one of those. I think we're going to get 2 of those and then one of these. And we're going to need like 4 of these as well. So that's 85 million. It just gets worse, doesn't it, folks? Money, 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 money. Now we are going to have some trains left over from other lines. So I need to start looking at what we're doing with those as well. Come on, game. Get me that 85. Get me to 85. There we are. 1, 2, 3, 4. You are Cockerhead to Paignton. Okay, so Cockerhead to Blackburn, Cockerhead to Paignton, Scarborough to Middleton. So you actually need to come out of this end. I think, can we get across? No, but we can get to Stowmarket, which is the first stop. Scarborough to Scarborough to Middleton. I'm just going to use the existing Towcester to Middleton trains for this. So where's Towcester to Middleton? This one. Yep. Manage the vehicles. You are now on the Scarborough to Middleton line. Manage the line here, and we're going to get rid of the Towcester to Middleton line. Right. Scarborough to Middleton. These ones. You are going to be run-around train. We need both of these technically facing the same way if we can. So we're going to flip you. I think. Apparently not. We're going to upgrade these trains anyway, so it's all good. You're going to be prairies as well, maybe? Although, I'm kind of tempted to make you panniers. I don't want too many varying speeds on the line, though. Oh, it's so tempting. Maybe then we do have you as push-pull. I think I've talked myself into it, folks. I think I've just talked myself into it, because this is what I'm going to do. Where's third class front? There. I'm going to have one of you. Then we're going to have the loco. And then I'm going to have the rear. And I'm hoping we can then do proper push-pull and it will look really cool. Just replace those. And then the line setting now is going to be push-pull. Excellent. Your frequency is 17 minutes. So we made it another one still. But that's a problem for another time. Towcester to Stroud. So you're quite a long journey as well. So I'm also thinking a mogul for you. And we're going to start up here with this one. I need to keep this open. You're the express. There should be a second Towcester to Stroud there. Do I want a mogul for this? We could actually get away with a small... No, I think a mogul. Which one have I already used? feel like it was that one, so I'm going to go with this one. It's going to be the wrong one now, you watch. And then for this, we can go with a third class, a couple of those, and then a third brake rear. More money. More lots of money that we don't have. Another 85 million. Oh man, this is such a long video as well. It's so worth it though. It's the last video of March. This series is starting to come to a natural conclusion. And this is the biggest, probably single project that we've done on the network here so far. So I would say it's worth it. But I'm incredibly biased in that respect. God, it takes forever pressing this. You think to get to 85 million, I have to press this button 170 times. You only get 500,000 each time. That's insane. When you say it like that, that is insane. Packs Towcester to Stroud. Yep. Off you go. We need to do timetabling and stuff in a minute as well. That's going to be mental. What train are you? You're Towcester to Paignton. You're staying though, aren't you? I'm pretty certain. Paignton to Stroud is the next one. Now that can be a pannier. I don't think we're going to do a push-pull pannier this time, but that can be a pannier. Actually, maybe I'll use a small prairie. I'll use a small prairie. It's fine. We'll go with that type. And then passenger. This can be really easy as well. It can just be one of these and a rear. And again, we'll get 4. 4 seems to be my go-to number for this right now. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Any second now. There we go. Now I need to scooch down to Paignton to do this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there should be a Pax Paignton to Stroud. There it is. Excellent. Cockerhead to Middlewich. Calling it Stafford, Haltwhistle, Knutsford, Hale, Wisbech. That one's up and running. Haltwhistle to Abingdon. That's the next one. I am really tempted though to not do that one right now. So I think I might miss that one off. Towcester to Southport. That's an easy one to do as well, because we don't have the Haltwhistle to Southport anymore. So I'm going to take the Haltwhistle to Southport trains here. And I'm going to move you to the Towcester to Southport train line. There we go. We'll upgrade those in a second. Towcester to Wisbech. Yeah, we do actually need to do that one as well, don't we? So I'm tempted to get... So that's Haltwhistle to Southport. That's Towcester to Southport, which we've extended. Actually, yeah. We don't need to do what I just did there. 1, 2, 3, 4. You are actually going to be Haltwhistle to... I'm confused. Towcester to Wisbech. Did we just not do that one in the end? Oh no, it's there. I'm blind. Where are you? Oh, you're halfway up the hill. So in that case, you can go back to Towcester to Southport. And we'll grab another vehicle from this line. That's the wrong one. Where are you? That's literally the same one, Mark. You are at Haltwhistle. Okay, you, Mr. G, you can now go Towcester to Southport. Okie dokie. And then the other one that's stuck. Yeah, you could go back on... Actually, why can't you go Towcester to... Oh, because you're Towcester to Wisbech. Yeah, you can go Towcester to Southport. That's fine. And then grab another one of you. Where are you? You're heading down to Haltwhistle. Why now? So if I switch you across, Haltwhistle. Oh no, wait, no, Toast. I really am confusing myself here. Towcester to Wisbech. There you go. So you've got 3 trains, 18-minute frequency. You've got 5 trains and a 9-minute frequency. So I need to borrow another one of these trains. You're going the wrong way. Train 7. Heading to Rugeley. Right, you. Towcester to Wisbech. You can still go to Nailsworth. Apparently, that's fine. Oi, oi, oi. Okay. Towcester to Wisbech. Paignton to Middleton is already set up. So I think all that's left to do then is to upgrade these trains. So the Towcester to Southport one. You can now be run round train. All of you replace. And we're going to replace you with. So what are you? Towcester to. So you're running cross country, aren't you? I like an idea of a pannier for this. A nice little pannier. I might even flip it round. Actually, no. We'll have you go forwards uphill. We'll even reduce the carriages for this because you're just a little train. There we go. That's not what I wanted. Pressing all the wrong buttons now, Mark. Well done, genius. There we go. One of you, and then a 3rd class rear. 66 capacity. We need 23 million for this. I think the speed of these are the same. That's down to 11 minutes. That's fine. And then the other one, Towcester to Wisbech. It's a 13-minute frequency. This one, I think we could go with something a little... Again, it would be cool if we could do electric. But just not yet. I think that's too much of an ask. Maybe this we will still do panniers for the cross country. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe prairies. We'll go with the old prairies. And for the carriages, we are pretty much going to do the same thing. A 3rd class and then a 3rd class rear. So that's also 25 million. So the prices here are pretty similar for all of this. That's not bad. Are there any lines that I'm supposed to have gotten rid of? That's the next big question. I mean, there's a lot of people waiting here. Towcester to Southport, that's a lot of people. Right, this line here we can get rid of. Haltwhistle to Southport. Yeah, they're spreading themselves out quite nicely now. You've got quite a few people on board. Okay, back up to Towcester. I'm sure there's some lines that I was meant to have gotten rid of. So, Cockerhead to Blackburn, that's a lot of train. Oh. I think you're on the wrong service, that's why. One of these is wrong. Okay, Cockerhead to Blackburn. What I'm going to do is get rid of these. That's very wrong. And instead, we're going to upgrade these to what that was, which was a prairie, not a pannier, prairie. And then, I think it was 2 carriages. Like so. There we go. Why did this one not get upgraded? Come on, game. Stop messing me around. Passenger down to here, and then it was a normal 3rd class compartment, and then a brake rear. 12 million just for that. Trains are not cheap in this game. especially in hard mode. There we go. Okay. So that one's done. That one's done. That one's done. I think this one might need... You should be alright. That one's done. That one's done. That one's done. That one's done. But that's a very... Towcester to Paignton. Yeah, we don't need that many trains on that. So I can get rid of a couple of those. That's better. Towcester to Paignton. Towcester to Southport. Towcester to Stroud. That's that Towcester to Stroud. And Towcester to Wisbech. Okie dokie. Check Cockerhead as well. Make sure there's nothing here that's empty. So I'll pin you again. Cockerhead to Abingdon. I think that train's just left. To Blackburn. Middlewich. Paignton. Paignton. And Stroud. Yep. So I think all that's left is to do the timetables for all of these. So that should be relatively easy to do as well. Although timetables you can't actually see. Can you change? Oh, that's interesting. Excuse me. You can't actually see if these are expresses or not here. So this one. Right, this is the express. Unbunch. At Cockerhead, it's 15 minutes. And then at Paignton, it's 15 minutes. But then this one above it... Oh, turn that on. This one above it, it's 10 minutes. And at Paignton, which is there, it's 10 minutes. To be honest, I don't think we need to mess around with anything else. You are most definitely an express. 15 minutes, and then it's Stroud. 15 minutes. That's good. Paignton to Middlewich 1. Yep, you're fine. This Paignton to Stroud. You are an all-stopper by the looks of things. So that is 10 minutes there. 10 minutes there. And then Scarborough to Middlewich. You are 10 minutes. Middleton, sorry, not Middlewich. That confused the hell out of me as well. I'm going to have to check if that line's actually got trains on it. I'm wondering if it does. There's also ones that we changed, wasn't there? You. So you are now 10 minutes. You are nothing. And in Blackburn, you are 10 minutes. Okay. Then I'm going to have to check all of these. You're fine. No, you're not fine. You need to be 15 minutes now. There we go. And then, yeah, you're now fine. You're fine. Cockerhead to Paignton, you're fine. Cockerhead to Paignton, you're fine. Cockerhead to Stroud, you're fine. Paignton to Middlewich, you're fine. Paignton to Stroud, you're fine. Scarborough to Middleton, you're fine. Towcester to Paignton. Why is that 5 minutes? Don't know why that was ever 5 minutes. That should be quite clearly 10. Towcester to Southport. Yeah, you're new. So you need to be 10 minutes there. Well, you're not new, you're changed. So both of these, no. Southport here. 10 minutes. Okay. Towcester to Stroud. You're an express, so you're 15 minutes there, and you are 15 minutes there. And then this toaster to Stroud. You are 10 minutes there and 10 minutes there. I'm hoping this, again, doesn't cause like too many queues or anything. And then toaster to Wisbech. Tick you on as well. You are 10 minutes for each one. Okay. 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 I think there's only so many times I can say okay. We have lots of passengers waiting here. We have lots of passengers waiting here. Stowmarket. Yep. That's good to see. Look at that. And then toaster. This should be the telltale. Oh. That's a lot of passengers. Toaster to Wisbech. Why have you got no one? I guess you've just left, maybe? Possibly. What are you doing here? Stafford Goods Yard. You're the problem one. It's you. Right, manage line. Actually, no, close that a second. Let's keep you pinned. Why? What's happening with you? Oh, it's this. It's at Haltwhistle. So it's the alternate terminals. 3 and 4. That's what's going wrong. I wondered. I was looking at it like something here. It was this green line. Something wasn't right. Here. And that has now fixed it. Excellent. Okie dokie. Do you have anybody on board? Yes, you do. So yeah, Toaster. Lots of people, particularly on this service here to Toaster Y, heading towards Middleton. Actually, so that's a nice one. Just check your frequency. 17 minutes. Yeah, you do actually need one more train, which we will clone quickly. Come on, game. And actually, this one I'm going to name as well, because I need to keep up on this. I have Patreon supporters and YouTube members who have joined, who I just haven't added on here for some stupid reason. So first of all, I apologise to them. Second of all, we are now going to name this train here. If I check my membership, this is where I find out they're no longer a member. Nope, they are still here. Andy HS Leeds. There we go. Now, Andy, if you're watching, you might be thinking, oh, I'm just a small pannier train on a branch line. That doesn't seem very fair. Just for the record, if you're not thinking that anyway, then that's absolutely fine. But just for the record, the pannier auto train, this combination is my all-time favourite train ever made. It's awesome. This in a 1400. They're just awesome. Beautiful trains. Incredibly nice to look at. Everything's awesome. So, yeah. If actually anything, you've lucked out a little bit. God, have you seen the way it's glitching off the turntable there? It's like dropping down. Actually, that's very accurate. I say glitching. It's not glitching. That's pretty game accurate. Yeah. Okay. And you're going to be running incredibly slowly for some reason to Toaster Interchange, where you will be occupying one of these platforms over here. Meanwhile, this one is waiting to head up towards Southport. They'll sort themselves out. They'll sort themselves out. The main thing is, everything here now is up and running as it should be. Hopefully, the money won't take too much of a hit from this, but there are quite a lot of new trains joining the network here, so it's understandable if they do. Where are you going? Okay, you're heading to Kirby Moorside. That's fine. Yeah, new trains sorting themselves out. It might take a minute. That's okay by me. Lots of new trains down here at Paignton. Lots of passengers here at Paignton. And actually, just as the big test, if I head down to Stroud, select you. Here are the trains. They aren't actually using the terminus platforms properly, which is interesting, but I'm not going to moan too much. Destinations, line usage. So we've got people heading up to Northallerton now. 100%, and that's what, 39 people there. Kirby Moorside, Gateshead, Enfield, Paignton, some stuff around Stroud, Tamworth, Tewkesbury, Wells, Woking, Shoreham. Yeah. No one's heading over to places like Cockermouth yet, though. Maybe that's something that will come in the future. I'm not going to complain too much about that, though. Are you going to switch lines? I hope you do. Yes, you're doing it now. Excellent stuff. And you're going to accelerate. You're going to reach top speed. Oh, it's all going to be so good. Northallerton. That's you're Tamworth. Apologies. Anything here? Rugeley. Nice. Sheps Head. Although that's at Paignton, so that's not too far. Look at all these destinations we're serving. This is insane. Towcester. Yep, big fan of that. Northallerton should be the testing one, though, because this has the express trains calling here as well. I mean, just look at all the destinations for a start. It's very nice indeed. Very, very nice indeed. I think it's all working. It's just whether or not it makes us money. And I feel like there are still some passenger lines that I should have gotten rid of that I've forgotten to. I think I can check this way. Towcester to Stroud, Cockerhead to Paignton, Paignton to Stroud, Cockerhead to Stroud, Towcester to Stroud. Stroud's busy, as you can see. Cockerhead to Blackburn, Cockerhead to Paignton, Towcester to Wisbech, Scarborough to Middleton, Cockerhead to Abingdon, Cockerhead to Middleton, was that? Maybe if I just do it this way around. So Abingdon, so yeah, this Abingdon line still needs to be brought into use. And then there's this one, Paignton to Middlewich, but that's fine. That's still going from before. We could upgrade those trains actually, but I'm not going to right now. Okay, folks. I think that'll do it. I think that will do it. I could get more advanced with the timetable and actually try and set... Are you one of the moguls? Yeah, look at that. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. I could try and set the timetables up so that trains do run through here every 5 minutes. But I think with this game, that's a little too complicated. Something like OpenTTD, that's quite easy to do, or it's more easy than this. Whereas this one, it's a little bit of a challenge. So I think that's too much of an ask right now. You need to run around, train, flip engines. I haven't set up any of that stuff either, actually. That's quite bad. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. What line are you? Towcester to Paignton. Push, pull. Did we keep you then? I thought we swapped you out. Ah, you're there. Okay, so we've got Towcester to Paignton. Sorry, I will wrap this up in a minute. We've got Cockerhead to Paignton. I guess we kept you. Yeah, okay. Well, they don't really need... We could do run around train instead. I don't think you need upgrading these trains. They can do the speed, if I recall. Just because of that, I am actually going to upgrade them, because that's a pain. Your frequency is every 12 minutes. So I think just by upgrading the train here, we might just go with prairies again. Small prairies. I did not add it. Melon. There you go. And we'll keep you simple, actually. We'll just go with a third class, like so, and a brake, like so. So we need 12 million for you. Do some rapid clicking, button pressing. Come on, I want to wrap this video up. It's an hour and a half. It's way too long. Boom. And your frequency remains 12 minutes. So that's actually worked out quite nicely. Alrighty then, folks. That will do it for this video. I'm going to leave the game running for a little bit. We're probably going to end up with massive negative numbers. Not much I can do about that right now. But it is what it is. And then I'm going to record the intro for 3 episodes ago, I think it was. Grab loads of cool screenshots and stuff. And this project is complete, which then begs the question, what do we do next month? To be honest, I'm actually tempted to take a month off this series and go and do some other stuff. and then we'll come back to this and attack it again. We've still got the rest of this year to get this series finished. There's no rush in that regard. I reckon we can get this done no problem still. So there may be a month gap. There may not be. If I do see you in April, then awesome. If I don't, then I think when we come back, the first thing we'll start looking at doing is expanding the freight network. So from Paignton down to Stroud, from Wisbech down to, not Wisbech, from Haltwhistle, or technically Hale, down to Abingdon. We may include a little bit up here, bringing freight to Middleton from both directions. But yeah, we've got these main lines now, so let's use them. We'll also look at extending from Abingdon south to Stroud, also down to Shoreham and places like that. Plenty of stuff still to go. We'll also look at starting to electrify some of the lines, because we are now, reminds me, we are progressing time here, so we can start looking at electrifying, even replacing some of the trains that we've just brought in. If it's in the name of progress, then I'd say it's all good. But yeah, until then guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and of course if you're enjoying the series so far. Drop some comments down below with ideas for future episodes, the more the merrier. Any ideas are good ideas as far as I'm concerned, so please let me know down below. And check out the hype as well. I still don't know how it works on YouTube, but there's a hype feature if you're watching on mobile that you can use to help grow the channel that way as well. So if you do that, that's very much appreciated. Also, what else? Oh, people were asking me about a Steam collection for the mods that I use. I have one now. I will try and remember to link it in the description of all of this month's videos, but this is the first time that I'm actually saying it out loud. So I do have a Steam collection now. None of the mods are mine. They're all made by other people who are far more talented than I. But do check those out as well. You don't have to subscribe to all of them if you want the same experience, but if you want to load this map, which will become available in the future, then yeah, you will need to have the full collection of mods. So you can just tick one button and they'll all be yours, which is awesome as well. Besides all that, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you for your continued support. Enjoy the rest of your evening, enjoy the rest of your month, and until next time, whenever that may be, I will see you soon.